What is he gonna probably do? Put up a blocker? Put up two blockers? Let's resolve it. See what happens. We get fucking 2K. God bless. He's gonna do two blockers on that bitch ass. This sucks. One. Okay. All right. I got 4. I got 8, and I got 10 to spend. Okay, so all right. So I got 4. That's one event. That's another event. So I can attach 2 and swing 7 plus 5. I can swing 12 and 12. So let me do this first. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me, dude. What's up, gang? It's Murata Music with 3-Piece TCG, Big Beard TCG, and I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Your boy's been going through it, man. You know, mid last month, I lost my grandfather, and it was unexpected and really fucked up. And, you know, they had me in a whirlwind. I wound up not going to the regional that was in Dallas that same week. And then, you know, after I kind of went through the thing, I was just getting ready to say, you know what, let's go ahead and put some stuff out. You know what I mean? And then it's like, well, try doing it without power. And so had no power for a while in Houston, Texas. So yeah, but we're finally back, and you know, the discovery of playing on the simulator with no internet was probably the single best thing to happen to my game personally, because I did a lot of me versus, I'm playing both sides, you know, so I'm playing Black Yellow Luffy and Enel. I'm playing Lucci and Boa. I'm playing both sides of everything, and I'm learning how to play literally every deck because I had nothing else to fucking do other than sweat. And it was when I was coming up with my RP Luffy list, which we will definitely talk about next. This is my next deck that I'm excited about, that I came across this one. And I was playing that RP Luffy, and I got my ass just busted by an RP kid. And I was like, who the fuck and how? And rematched and rematched. And the guy was cool. I wish I could remember his name. It was just, you know, me fucking around on the sim. And so after that, I should have got his name. I should have told him, hey, send me a deck list. But I immediately scrambled and went over to because I've been playing on my phone. I don't really play on PC. So I got on the thing. I put together a list as best as I could remember from what he was playing, played a couple games, and went back, you know, adjusted a couple of things. Originally, I had these as 3, 3, and 3, but I decided Dragon is who you want to see every game. He's your closer, he's your only big bad. And when it comes to, so if you want to see your card every game and you want to see your card on curb, run 4, max him out. You see what I'm saying? And with Luffy, I bumped him down to 2 because he's a closer. He's my closer. After I've swung here and here and here, got a lot of cards out of their hand. If they still have a blocker up, I drop him and then swing for 11, and that should do it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, fucking GG. But yeah. So and before I go any farther, later on that day, I looked up, you know, who was also running his deck, and I found a really cool profile. Atakai, TCG, and like they say at the beginning of all the videos, they're about to hit 1,000 subscribers. So go show this guy some love. I don't know him, or you know, it's not like we're not a talker or anything like that. But I just thought it was a really cool page, and you know, I like to show love. And so I think he's doing really well with this list as well. But as you can see, there are some differences in our list. One, he actually has the cards, and I'm waiting on my cards. But I think the main difference is he's running 3 Punk Rotten, and I'm running 4 just because of when I hit this card out of trigger, I love to ramp up for him, and it is a huge closer for me. He's running 2 and 2 of the Zoro and Luffy. I like to have the early pressure of Zoro, so I am running 3. I don't care for the Sanji. I'm running one more radical beam, I believe, just because I need that sustainability. And I'm also not running any Reijus because I don't want to have to buy Reiju in real life. But anyhow, with all this said and done, let's get into this deck list. Okay, so we got RP Kid, who has not been really visited whatsoever since his release. He was one of the dead on arrival, and I mean, look, if RP Luffy was regarded as dead on arrival by some, RP Kid was dead on arrival to all. And so your turn. If you have four or more life, this leader has minus 1,000 power. When attacking, Don minus one. This leader gains 2,000 power for this turn. Okay, so a couple interesting facts about this card. One, it is a 5K leader. Okay, 5 life. He's a 5 life multicolored. He's the only 5 life multicolored leader that can swing. There have been, Rebecca and whatchamacallit, what's her name? The chick from fucking the arc with the Sandman. Anyhow, I can't think of anybody's names right now, but there have been multicolored leaders that have 5 life, but they're not able to swing. So he's the first one with 5 life, able to swing. The catch is if you have 4 or more life, he's got minus 1K. Now, there's ways around that, and the reason why that's such a plus though is because he has 5 life, and 5 life leaders are so fucking sticky. Number one, number two, they have access to fucking cards. It's awesome. So how we get around that is we're playing Captain Kid. Okay, so to get into it, I guess I'm just rushing right into the list. Uses Captain Kid. He's a blocker. The second that we can swing with him every turn and immediately get him back. So as soon as we're on our third turn, we got 5 Dawn, we're playing him on curb, hopefully. And the symbiotic relationship between these two is magnifique. So, but let's try and stay a little more structured. Searchers, we're running the Killer Searcher. On play, look at the top 5 of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Kid Pirates type card other than Killer. Add it to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. Very straightforward. Just a searcher. Our prime targets are to get him on curb if we can. Obviously, we got Kid and Killer. This one is great as well. And this is actually a card in certain matchups that you don't mind playing, especially in the Bonnie matchup. Because when you're going up against Bonnie and they play that Don Quixote and he's got 1K, and he's a blocker and he's gonna protect the fucking kid and all that other shit, you play him out, you're able to swing, use that ability, they use their ability, and that guy's gone. And that swing is gonna go through to the kid. So that's a big deal. Outside of that, he's a 2K counter and he's searchable. It's great. Continue talking about the kid package. Kid Killer, man, if you don't know about this card by now, you haven't been playing in this previous set. You haven't been playing since EBO1 because this card has been crazy. It's a crazy closer, and we love playing it either slightly after curb or at the end of the game. 8 Dawn or above. Jack, if you got 10 Dawn, and you play 2 of these, and then you play a Punk Rotten, you're swinging 7, 7. And then you attach 2 here, and you're swinging fucking 9 plus 2, 11. They're going somewhere, bro. And that's not accounting any other kind of board that you've had developed. So yeah, great card, great closer. There's a time and place to use them. Essentially, once they get down to 2 life, that's when we want to bombard them with these. Okay, so continuing on the kid package, I think that's about it, man. We got the Punk Rotten. So Punk Rotten main Don -1. Choose one of your leader or character with Kid Pirates attribute. Give them plus 5 fucking thousand power. That shit is insane, dog. I mean, you're even able to turn this guy into a 7K. You know what I mean? You're turning him into a 10. You're turning them into fucking 12. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane what you're doing with this card. 12 or 13? 13. Excuse me. I can't even count. So, and the trigger is huge. This is the reason why I run 4 of them. The trigger is add 1 Dawn from your deck is active. And that ramp really does mean something in this deck. Okay, and then just to touch on Kid here again. He can also swing. You know what I mean? He is a 6K body. He does have counter. He works so well. He gels well with everything in the deck, because what'll happen is this is how you get your 11 Dawn turns, if you will. If I were to play 2 of these and this, this would minus one Dawn, right? Well, that's going to give us one more Dawn to either attach to leader for the swing and or leave up for the radical beam. And so that's how we can cover ourselves on the back end. We can swing with everything, have a board that they feel like they need to get rid of. And if they do clean up our board and decide to swing at us with something big, we're going to have some defense. But that's it with the killer or kid side. Let's think about that. That's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 cards. So we got 20 cards searchable on the kid side. And hang on real quick. 4, 8, 11, 4, 11, 13, 13, 17, 18, 19. So we got 19 on the other side. But anyhow, we're running the Nami searcher. She's a searcher, looking for straw hats, putting the rest of the bottom. So we like Sanji. Sanji is our 2K of choice from the other side because he is a self-awakener, if you will, for all my Fusion World guys. Costs 2 for 3, costs 2K counter. This card's been great since the Whitebeard days. I started playing in OPO3, so that's when I came in. But anyhow, activate main once per turn, take 1 life card, put it in your hand. This turn, plus 2,000 power for this character, then give this character up to 2 rested Dawn. I probably said that completely wrong. But anyways, on your third Dawn, what this is third Dawn turn, what we're looking like is we're going to attach 1 to our leader. We're going to swing for 5. Then we're going to play him out and we're done. We pass it, right? Typically early in the game, even your Luccis aren't trying to, go crazy to get rid of a 2 cost. And if they do, that's great. You know what I mean? That works for us as well. But then on the third Dawn, on our third turn, on our 5 Dawn turn, we're playing him out. Guess what? Now we got 5 rested Dawn. We can swing for 6 here. We go up 1 Dawn. And then because of leader ability, and then we use his ability and we're swinging for 7. So we're swinging 6 and 7 on our third turn. And then they're going to want to get rid of him. He's going to be a blocker. And we're gangbusters from then on out. So yeah, that's why we're running Sanji. Great addition to this deck. Continuing numerically, outside of the events, we got Roro or Zoro. So yeah, dude, he's 3 for 5. We like to see him in our opening hand. Sometimes he's just like, if we can't find these and all this other stuff, he just adds extra pressure and frankly gets rid of removal, if you will. Because if they want to spend removal to get rid of a 3 for 5 vanilla attacker, essentially, that sounds great to me, dog, because I want some of these other cards that I can actually beef up, stay out there. But he's legitimate pressure, especially early game. So then we're going into Luffy. Again, this is the card. This is probably the #1 closer in the One Piece card game. Honestly, when you really think about it, since the game's inception, starter deck 1? Shit. If he stays out, you either play him and then load 5 on him and you're swinging for 11, or you play him and for some odd reason they have not found a way to delete his ass. And dude, you're swinging 16 at their face. He's probably closed more games than anything. He's the #1 closer in the game. So this is why we have him. And we have him at 2 because we're mainly interested in seeing him at the end of the game, more so than the early game, because we already have so many cards with similar stat lines as far as attack goes that have rush and play on curb. So there's no reason to have 4 of a card that has no counter, etc. Okay, so continuing with the Straw Hat package, we got 2 Gum Gum Jet Gatling. As you'll notice, no counter, no counter, no counter, no counter. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, these as well. But so we're running 2 of these because we would like to be able to convert these into 3K counter. Also, add up to 1 Dawn card from your deck and set it as active, being the trigger. So you'd be surprised how often we don't really need to even tap into our defense as far as the events because of the pressure that we're putting out there. Part of the reason why I'm wondering if I could run maybe 1 less of this and up something else, etc. But anyhow, so that's Gum Gum Jet Gatling. I love it. Rad Beam. I like Rad Beam a lot in this deck because of our ability and this ability. We are constantly keeping 1 up. And when we do, we have access to, defense. So we got that going. And I mean, okay, trigger, I guess. Big thing about this for the guys who are just playing, your leader or one of your character gains plus 2,000 power during this battle. Then, if you have 2 or less life cards, this card gains an additional 2,000 power during this battle. Don't get caught with your pants down playing this card when you have, 3 or 4 life, thinking, oh, all right, I could. No, dude. You want to take your cards anyways. With this deck, you want to see all your cards anyways. So, yeah. And then, of course, the trigger is your leader or one of your characters gains 1,000 power during this turn. Dope. If you're in a sticky situation, you can go up to 6 and stay there. Anyhow, oh yeah, completely forgot Sanji. Yeah, so Sanji is an excellent choice for this deck because yes, he's a 6 for 6 2K counter. 2K counters are amazing. We got what is it? We got 12 2K counters in this deck, so I'm really happy about that. Sanji's great for this deck because while you have 2 or more fewer Dawn cards than your opponent, and your hand is your in blah, blah, blah. While you have 2 or more fewer Dawn cards than your opponent, in your hand, this card costs 3 less. That sounds confusing, but understand if you have 2 or less Dawn than your opponent. So if your opponent's at 2 and you are fucking at 8, whatever the fuck, you can play him for 3. Just note that. So when you have somebody who, when you swing early and often enough, if you have him in your hand, you can cheat him out for 3 instead of paying 6. And that's huge. So we keep that in mind. Also a 2K counter. Keep that in mind. All right. So now for the 2 cards that are not affiliated with either Straw Hat or Kid Pirates. First, we're going to start with Bond Clay. So now, Bond Clay, the reason why I'm playing them is because emphasis on them as I'm looking at this card. 4 for 1, 1K counter. Love that they gave it a counter. This is probably the best purple card to be printed in a very long time because it gives you on play add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as active. When attacking, choose up to one of your opponent's characters. This character gains the same base power as the chosen character for the turn. This card has it's in the RP Law, it's in RP Luffy, it's in this deck. I'd be surprised if it's not in a purple Luffy list either. This card is just a problem, and what it does is it ramps you immediately, right? Gives you access to 1 immediately. So if you play it on curb, you have 1, active, which, you may not do much. May not be needing a Rad Beam so early, but you could play Nami, you can play a Searcher, you can just swing for 5. You know what I mean? If you haven't taken so much life already. But anyways, it also presents a problem for your opponent where they need to get rid of this card immediately. And when you're playing somebody who doesn't have any way of removing them, like the maybe the green matchup. I'm just trying to think of matchups off the top of my head. But anyway, something that's not blue or black or red. I guess everybody can remove this card. However, they're going to have to plan to remove this card or face its wrath as they start to inevitably play heavier hitters. This card can just mimic and, swing for the fences. Next is our closer, Luffy Daddy, Monkey D. Dragon. 8 for 9, no counter. Card has rush, but what makes this card so fucking awesome is on play, give your leader up to one of your characters 2 rested Dawn. This is a big one. So, if you were to have a Kid and Killer out there that didn't get killed for some reason, you're playing this. That 7's going to 9. The leftover 2 Dawn, you can swing 9, 9, 9 with your leader plus 2, right? I mean, it's adding 2 to anything and making them a viable threat. And what's more, it's swinging big. Into our, especially if we can ramp up early and see them early, that's dope too. Into our black decks or removal decks, they're going to have to focus their turn on getting rid of him. And the reason why I'm running 4 of him is because we want to see multiple of him, because if we can play him back to back, I mean, I just got done playing a game on ranked where, one wasn't killed, another was played, and I mean, what can you do after that? And that was against Lucci too. So it's a great card to see, and it's a great closer. So this is the deck I would love to play. I got ranked games that I'm probably gonna add to this video from my phone and shit like that because for some reason when I try to play ranked on here, it gives me some bullshit about like I guess I renamed something when I was doing the cards when I was changing the cards. But I'm gonna try and get a match or two for you guys and see if I can't fail miserably at executing the game plan I do so famously on my own. So we're looking for some OPO7 action, and we're really hoping we get stuck on the screen so that we have to X out and get back in. That's my favorite thing to do about this in this. Yeah. All right, we're at 1010 TCG. Okay, so we are going to be playing, and they chose to go second. We're going first. That's fine with us. I'm going to go ahead, and we do like having this. We can self-awaken, but I'm going to go ahead and mulligan and see what I can get. Okay, I got something. I'm probably just going to be swinging for 7 on our turn 3, it looks like. Okay, he's searching. This deck's a lot of fun too. I'll be having a video for you guys on this one too. This one's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing 7. They're gonna take that life. Not gonna use card action. Now what he can do, if he's running the if he was running the Sanji, which is what I like to do, I like to play Sanji on 2, swing 5, or swing whatever. And then on this turn, I like to use my ability. And then if it's a Luffy, cool, I can play it. And if not, I can actually ultimately heal with Sanji. So, okay, so he's going wide. Wide as fuck. He's actually beating us to the punch. Okay, I don't mind taking a life. Oh, my God. We love ramping up. I wish I would have blocked that one now and then ramped on that one. Anyhow. Okay, so let's see. Any 4s are going to get dealt with promptly. But not a 5. You like how I did that? All right. So let's do that. Let's play him out. Let's swing here. And we'll return 1. And we're just trying to clean up his board a little bit because he doesn't have a Sanji. He's actually going to be dipping into his life already. But let's see. We are at 6. We're going to 8 next turn. So next turn we're just gonna blast him here, and we're gonna see what we can get. Okay. The beautiful thing about this is we got some 2Ks on us. So I could take this or I could block and then I don't know, we'll see. Let me take this. My man, if I go up to 9, do I even need to go that high right now? I'm really trying to think. Nah, no trigger. I'm going to use that to help me close out the game. Let's see if I live to regret that. Okay, so I will give you... I'll block here. I'll give you a 2K and a 1K. All right. Didn't even swing with the loof. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this out. 1, 2. And we're going to just swing for the fences. Actually, or do we want to go ahead and get rid of him? Can we take the clap back? We got 2, 4, 6, 7 plus a blocker. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for face. Okay. It's gonna have to come out of some cards, daddy. All right. Got some cards out of his hand. We could also swing 7, but we're using him to help us with the clap back. After this round, we'll probably just swing with him, and he will have served his purpose. They're going to need some kind of blocker, but they just... Yeah, okay. So they're going to need some kind of blocker. They got that covered. This is actually incredible. How often he's seeing his kids. I don't get that. I'm not that lucky when I'm playing with him. I guess he's had some fruitful searches, has he? Yeah, guess so. All right, if he's not if he goes for this card, I mean, he's got to know I ain't gonna let that happen. Man, if I saw another one of him, that'd be fucking crazy. Um, how many more attackers do we have? I could block here. I could also take it. Yeah, let's just take it. We just want to see cards. This next attack is gonna pretty much be everything for us. So I can just do, yeah, I'll just do no blocker. What I'm trying to do is save as much for the next turn because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 attackers, and I don't know what they're gonna do with that. He is gonna be 2, and that is something we're not happening. Can't have that happen, bruh. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see what we got. Was that a word? Okay, so we got Kid and Killer. So I need 4. Okay, that's how I count. So I got 6 Dawn to play with. Actually, I need 2 for that. So I got 4 Dawn to play with right now. We can swing 9 to face. And then we can swing 9. And then we can swing 7. Let's just swing 9 first and see what happens. Okay. He may not have anything for us. Okay, let's swing 7 here. Let's add. So we swing 9. Now let's swing 7. See what he does. Okay. Swing 9. Use effect. Okay. And now we load 3 plus this. And that should be the ball game, Jack. It's fucking nuts, right? It's fucking nuts. GG. They always leave before I can be polite. Okay, so right there you saw how that happened. I started to take a lot of attacks because I just wanted to see some more cards. I needed more data, and I knew I was going to be finishing him in this next round. Either A, I would have finished him, or B, I would have pivoted and, you know, kind of busted this up. And I would have left him up and had 1 Dawn active and been able to do something here. But anyways, okay, so cool. That's 1 down. Let's see what else we get. Let's see what we got now. So we got a Boa Hancock match. I'm going to go ahead and run this one back. Mulligan this one because I want these 3 in my life, not in my hand. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to take this card and we are good to go. Everything's coming up us. Now, what Bo is going to probably do is use those cards to fucking just go wide as fuck and see about running us into the ground. Okay, so here's a little complicated. I could search again, or I could swing 7. I think I'm going to search one more time and swing 6 instead. See what else I get. Could take a 2K. I'll take a 2K because I already got 2 of these guys. And I'll put this here because by that time I would have wanted to see that card probably more. Bro, I just lost the game because fucking I did that thing with the right click to separate my Dawn, and I was gonna literally swing for 12 and 12. He had like 5 cards in hand and a Borsellino blocker and 0 life. And I might still upload it maybe at the end just to be funny. I had it all set up, and then after I did it all, I put all 10 Dawn on my character. And I'm like, on my leader, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me! Ruined my damn ass day. All right, so now we're playing here. We're gonna swing here and use our ability. We got 1 active. This is the blocker. Okay, cool. I upload all these alt arts and then I lose track and forget what is what because of everything looks so fucking different. I'm not used to seeing them. All right, swinging 7, 8. Oh, swinging 8. Shit. What's that? Your turn on play up to one of your Boa Hancock's game plus 2,000 for the turn. God bless. That's a fucking bitch ass card. Salami, more like a salami card. I'm gonna go ahead and take that hit. That's too rich for my blood, and we get to burp. That's why we fucking run them hoes back. All right, so I'm at 6. Next turn I'm at 8. Actually, I can just go straight for it, dog, and that'll probably draw a. Do I got a 2K in hand? Yeah, I'll go ahead and block here and give you a 2K for your troubles. I gave him that one because I might actually, there's a world where I may play that one. Okay, so now we're going to attached to, and then we're going to swing for 9 and 9. Use card ability. Swing and 9. I probably should have swung with him first. And 9. And this is where it starts to get hectic. Because they may not know it that they're on the clock, but like, yeah, I'm gonna play, and if they don't get rid of him, Kia, they don't get rid of him, I'm about to play another one, and then it's gonna be 9, 9, and 9, and I have a feeling that this gimmick is gonna fall apart pretty quick. That doesn't matter as much because the agenda is already established. What is this gonna do? Okay. So, okay. I think I'll block this one because I don't need a card. I actually have everything I need right now. No new friends. We got everything. All right. So I'm going to swing 9 at face, 9 at face, and then another 9 at face. I don't even need to use this yet. Okay. I guess I will be swinging 11 at face. Yeah, I guess I'm swinging 11. What I could have did was put it on here. Yeah, so swinging 11. That's going to get the blocker. Now they got to have 2 fucking red rocks or something. They're going to, something that you can't do. That sucks. That's kind of like a red rock. But what's going to happen now is I'm about to play. I can play both of these and play this card, which is going to be nuts if I pull it off. I will take. Yeah, I'll take because I'm going to play a blocker next turn. And I was just trying to see if I could get 2 kids and killers. All right. Bitch ass blockers. Bitch ass big titty blockers. All right, so let's go ahead and swing 9. If they take it, okay. I'm going to play them out, and okay, 4. Yeah, so I can do this. Swing 7. Okay, well now it's kind of like, oh shit, I did it wrong. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Swing here. This game's probably over. It's tough to it's tough for that deck to have counter like that. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, but yeah, so you guys are getting to see. Sorry, my energy did a real fucking dip there because of the fucking OCD in my brain was really hard to compute how bad I fumbled that Perona. Anyways, but yeah, so you guys are starting to see what it looks like. Damn, bro, I really was hooping on that fucking. Okay, okay, okay. This is meta. This is meta, right? Okay, so they chose to go second, as they should. I got what I need. I'm gonna go ahead and keep. Now, I am going to play him. I'm gonna look for a kid and killer, like so. Put this dragon up top. I really wish I didn't see dragon there. And so, how we're actually going to play this black yellow Luffy deck is I'm actually going to just try to rush them all the way down to the ground. Reason being is we're going to have them on the back foot. We're going to develop a lot of attackers, a wide board, and we're going to get cards out of their hand that they don't want to lose. So, let's see. And we're not going to do any of that yet. Yeah, let's you know what? Let's go ahead and actually this is the one where we'll do this. Swing here, not use the card action. And then I will play him out and I'm setting the trap. The next turn I'm going to play kid and then I'm going to swing. I will take that. Will I take this? Well, yeah, now I got everything I need. Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. All right. So I'm going to swing here just to get rid of the harassment, I guess. Oh, I probably should have blocked that one since I'm going to take a life, but we'll see if that comes back to haunt me. So I'm doing that. Take a life. I'm going to swing 7. He has nothing in his trash right now. And then I'm going to swing here again for another 7. I got plenty of resources too. And so now on his very first turn that he can possibly do can afford to do his power, his ability, he's going to have to be able to do it. And if he can't do it, we're going to run him into the ground. Because next turn I go to 7. So I'm going to swing 7 and 7 and 7 and 7. You know what I mean? Like, let's see what happens. He's got to have everything. Any coins? I feel him though. I feel him though. What was happening though? Listed hand. So this has been the RP Kid deck. You get to see how I'm playing it. I think if I make any changes to this deck, I think I could go one less Rad Beam and possibly run a 5th copy of Kid and Killer. No, I don't know. I could experiment with Reiju, but I feel like this deck isn't here for this deck is here for a good time, not a long time. So I'm not trying to get into the late game and play it or -1 Dawn or I'm basically not trying to fulfill those conditions of Reiju. But I could experiment with that. I could go down one less Rad Beam and put another Luffy in there since obviously you saw Luffy didn't come up. But that's what's going on. That's the gist. That's my list. I just came up with that. RP Kid, man, go out there, have fun, blast your fucking locals. I would love to bring this to my locals, but I'm missing 2 of these, 3 of these, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so I'm waiting on cards in the mail, but I'm going to be playing this deck out a lot. And I think my next list I'm going to show you guys is, I got the black yellow Luffy sauce for sure. I've done so much grinding with this deck. Actually, I get rid of these. Ooh. And I play Borsalinos instead. Yeah, we can talk about that one day. But anyways, I think the next one I'll be doing is going to be the RP Luffy because I've been having a lot of fun with it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. It's been great hanging with you. It's been a lot of fun to get back and to just play a deck that I'm actually just having a lot of fun with, not really worrying about the meta bullshit. Yeah, dude, I've been having a lot of fun with this. So please comment below what you would like to see me run next. I've been cooking up been cooking with blue and yellow ace, red purple Luffy, which I'm actually strongly I believe I'm just going to start taking that deck into tournaments. Obviously this one as well. And I do got the other black yellow Luffy, and I got a Lucci and just whatever, so just got you guys. I got Anno. You guys let me know what y'all feel like seeing, and I'd love to just cater to the crowd. But that's gonna do it for me on this one. It's been Murado Music with 3-piece TCG, big TCG, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Dripping like a faucet, Dooney fixing, got Luffy ambition, king of the rappers, the mission. I see they got the lights.